Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me now. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Royce Hall and UCLA. We are going to start the commencement of the Luskin School in just a few minutes, so I would like to ask you to please take your seats. As a matter of public safety, the fire marshals requests that you stay in your seats during the entire ceremony. We also would like to ask you to please turn off your cells or your pagers during the ceremony. The commencement will be photographed professionally, but you're very welcome to use your own cameras or camcorders as long as you stay seated. And after the commencement, we also would like to ask that you please remain seated until the students and the faculty exit from Royce Hall. Thank you very much for your cooperation. UCLA. I'm Associate Dean Anastasia Lukaitou-Sideris, and I would like to ask our guests to please be seated so that we can begin our ceremony. Would the faculty and the candidates for the degrees be seated, and would our student greeters please come forward? Our student greeters will now welcome you to our commencement in 8 different languages.
Badav Dez, my name is Sona Terigishin, and I will greet you in Armenian. Bari Galus, UCLA Luskin Handain de Proti, Erguazartasini, Arachadimutian, Ararogotiana.
Hi, my name is Rosanna Sen, and I'll be greeting you in Cantonese.歡迎大家嚟到2019年 UCLA Luskin 公共事務學院嘅畢業典禮。Thank you.
Hi, hello. My name is Na Young Seo, and I will greet you in Korean. 2019년 UCLA Luskin Public Affairs 대학원 졸업식에 오신 여러분을 진심으로 환영합니다. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Merhaba, my name is Selcan and I will greet you in Turkish. UCLA Luskin Okul'un 2019 yılı mezuniyet törenine hoş geldiniz. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dora Fritz-Armenta, and I will welcome you in Spanish. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos a la ceremonia de graduación de 2019 de Escuela de Asuntos Públicos Luskin de UCLA.
Hello, my name is Nikitha, and I will greet you in Tamil. Vanakkam. UCLA Luskin School of Public Affairs, 2019 ஆண்டு வகுப்பு துவக்க வரவிற்கு அனைவருக்கும் நல்வரவு.
Good morning, my name is Ashley, and I will be greeting you in 2 languages. First is Farsi. به پایان تشلیق سال 2019 دانشگاه UCLA Luskin خوش اومدین. And now in Hebrew. بروخیم خباییم لسیوم لیمودیم الپاییم چای اسره شل مگموت Public Affairs UCLA.
Good morning, I'm Tsuyoshi Yamakawa. I will be greeting in Japanese. おはようございます。2019年度 UCLA 公共政策大学院ラスキン公共政策大学院卒業式へようこそ。
Thank you, student greeters. Everyone must feel very welcome now. And please, ladies and gentlemen, let's now welcome our Dean, Gary Segura.
Good morning. On behalf of the UCLA Luskin School of Public Affairs at UCLA, I am pleased to welcome all of you, family, friends, faculty, and staff, and most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2019. We are privileged that Jenna Murguía of UnidosUS is here with us today as our commencement speaker. I will tell you more about Janet in a few minutes. But first, we pause for a thank you. First, to the parents and grandparents and family and friends who helped make this moment possible for the students sitting before me. Thank you, thank you, thank you on behalf of Luskin. Second, to the UCLA Luskin faculty, it is my privilege and honor to work with you every day. I hope that you students have experienced what I experienced, that when smart, generous, inventive, and committed people come together, they can accomplish amazing things. So thank you. I'd like to acknowledge the important contributions of the Luskin School's Board of Advisors and its chairman, Michael Fleming. We deeply appreciate their service. And as always, we acknowledge Myra and Rini Luskin, whose generosity has made so much of what we do at the Luskin School possible, and whose friendship and advice have been a cornerstone of support in the time that I've been dean. Less than 3 weeks ago, it was my privilege to participate in a ceremony where Myra and Rini were recognized with the UCLA Medal, which is the highest honor that our university can bestow. They are here with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for Rini and Myra Luskin? Today is also a celebration of accomplishment, honoring graduates and your completion of your academic degrees. Each of you has completed a course of study culminating in a master's or doctoral degree. Some of you have earned dual degrees in Luskin and with other schools at UCLA. In addition, some of you have engaged in additional coursework and study to prepare yourself for global challenges. Would those students who completed the certificate in Global Public Affairs please rise to be recognized? Our celebration today is partly about what you've accomplished, but in honesty, it's also about what you have yet to do. Our mission at the Luskin School is to support the advancement of all humanity. We study ways to make individuals, families, communities, and polities function better for the improvement of the quality of life. In your time at UCLA, you've had a chance to work with our distinguished faculty to directly address human urgent needs. Your efforts have been focused close to home and around the world. Students in this cohort have devoted hours of study to interventions with at-risk youth. You have looked at ways to reduce prison populations, to fight displacement and gentrification, and to document the harmful impacts of gun violence. You have sought solutions to seemingly intractable social ills, such as homelessness and racial injustice. You have looked at ways that technological innovation can improve personal mobility for people who need it, and you've sought to build coalitions to address social problems such as food scarcity and the lack of affordable housing. At UCLA Luskin, we celebrate faculty and students and alumni who are making a difference. This year, we witnessed a number of new examples. Professors Ayako Mayashita Ochoa and Sergio Serna leading a team of Luskin Social Welfare MSW students to the detention camp at Dilley, Texas, to provide social services and mental health support. Professor J.R. DeShazo, coordinating a national effort to advance and catalog environmental research in the absence of action by the EPA. Professor Ananya Roy, leading a global research project on urban inequality, launched with a symposium here at UCLA. And Professors Michael Lenz and Michael Stoll, looking at patterns and biases in misdemeanor arrests and prosecutions right here in our home in Los Angeles. On subjects as diverse as mass transit, homelessness, climate change, student achievement gaps, juvenile justice, mental health, HIV, civic engagement, immigration, and racial and class inequality, Luskin faculty engage the world as it is to diagnose and hopefully help address our many challenges. I also want to thank you, the graduates, for being a vital part of a growing record of success at UCLA Luskin. This year, we added 9 new faculty and have hired 5 more for the fall. And as you may have noticed, we now have undergraduates roaming our hallways as public affairs majors, with more on the way. In the fall, we'll begin the program's second year with at least 234 undergraduate public affairs students. I'm reminded every day of how remarkable and special it is to be part of the Luskin School of Public Affairs, and what a distinct privilege it is to work with students like you who will go forward with this work. So beyond merely congratulating you, I want to thank you, perhaps prematurely, for all that we expect you to do with all that you've learned. The next 18 months are among the most important in the history of this nation. We face a critical time in deciding who we are as a people, what values matter to Americans, and what our historic role is in human history. Do we embrace the right of each and every American to determine his or her own fate? Can we accept a nation in which zip code is a powerful explanatory variable in predicting juvenile asthma, lifetime income, educational achievement, cancer diagnosis, quality of K-12 schools, the likelihood of medical insurance, and the probability that a child will go to college? Today, immigrant children are being locked away as an act of intentional cruelty. Education, recreation, and social services are denied. Many are sexually assaulted, and now some have died. We discovered just this week that plans are afoot to lock these human beings in the very same facility in which Japanese Americans were locked up 77 years ago. What are you going to do about that? Graduates, I trust that you've gained well-earned knowledge that will serve you in your careers and in your lives. I look forward to what you will accomplish next. I sincerely hope that your memories of UCLA and of the Luskin School are fond ones and ones that are filled with purpose and promise. Thank you for sharing part of your journey with us, and from the bottom of my heart, it has been my privilege to serve you as your dean. Congratulations to you on your achievements.
And now I would like to ask Chair J.R. DeShazo to come forward for the presentation of the Public Policy Student Award and the introduction of the department's student speaker.
Thank you, Associate Dean. Good morning. This year's recipient of the Public Policy Student Award is Lindsay Graff. Will Lindsay please come forward? Congratulations, Lindsay. Next, it's my sincere pleasure and honor to introduce Robert Gamboa, who will give the student address for public policy. Robert.
Thank you, Chair DeShazo. So good morning, everyone. I would like to extend a very warm UCLA Luskin welcome to all of our friends and family near and far. I also want to take a second to wish my father a very happy birthday today. Happy birthday, Dad. I love you. To all the mothers, fathers, children, family, friends, and to all of our fans and supporters out there, it is with your unyielding love, support, and inspiration that we gather here today to celebrate this magnificent milestone achievement. We couldn't have made it here without you. Thank you. To all of our loved ones who are with us in spirit, we celebrate in your memory. One of my biggest fans was my twin brother, Albert, who passed away 7 years ago. He always tried to teach me to be the best I can be, a better brother, a better person, and a better dancer. While I'm still working on becoming a better dancer, his passing was one of those crystal clear moments when everything and nothing made sense. But I knew then that I must double down my efforts to fight for social justice. So I want to begin by applauding the graduating class of 2019. I want to applaud you because I have never seen a finer group of smart, talented people come together with such passion and vigor, prepared to accept the responsibility of today's challenges and to tackle them head on. I've been around a long time. I'm not going to tell you just how long, but you can trust me that I've seen a lot in my day, and I can tell you that your skill set far exceeds that of many policymakers who are in office today. This Luskin class comes from so many different backgrounds from across many states and countries. We have different politics, different value systems, different histories, a range of experiences, and yet we came together as one. We found something in common, something at our very core, something that led us here to Luskin to expand our knowledge. And that something has energized us, guiding us, creating a bridge to change, smart, systemic, lasting change that will save lives. Each of us is driven by that something. We are driven to challenge the status quo and to break down barriers to equality and justice. We are driven to demand our place at the table and properly represent the invisible and the forgotten. We are driven to be the voice for the voiceless, fighting for truth and equality. Each of us came here as individuals seeking knowledge, and now we leave as a team, instilled with a sense of duty and a burning desire to implement universal design and equitable policies to improve the welfare of all people. So we have a lot of work to do. We still have a lot of work to do when the clock on women's rights are being rolled back almost 50 years. Our work isn't done until women have equal pay, equal rights, and full agency over their own bodies. We still have a lot of work to do when communities of color are targeted, when people of color are killed in the streets, when a society built on racism refuses to confront its own dirty history. Our work isn't done until we put an end to the systemic oppression of Black Americans and people of color in this country. We still have a lot of work to do as we stand on the native land of the Tongva people, who were part of the 130 million indigenous people killed through the mechanisms of slavery, rape, war, and disease of American colonialism. Our work isn't done until we fully acknowledge, honor, and protect all peoples of this great land. I must say that again, our work is not done until we fully acknowledge, honor, and protect all peoples of this great land. We still have a lot of work to do when discrimination in the form of religious freedom laws are granting businesses and people the right to refuse service based on another person's religion or sexual orientation. We still have a lot of work to do when Americans can be turned away from a homeless shelter based on their sexual orientation or gender identity, when more than 500,000 of our people in this country are homeless. Our work doesn't end until all Americans have a roof over their head and access to affordable housing. We still have a lot of work to do because even though the Supreme Court ruled that marriage equality is the law of the land, the fight for LGBTQ rights and equality is far from over, when every day we hear of new anti-LGBTQ policies going into effect or violence inflicted on gay and transgender people, especially people of color. Our work doesn't end until all gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, queer, and non-binary Americans are fully equal and protected under the law. And of course, We still have a lot of work to do when immigrants are dying in detention centers, when climate change is worsening every day, when access to proper education, to healthy food, to health care, to basic human rights is still not a reality, but a problem that we can no longer afford to ignore. We came here to learn how to solve these problems, and now, fully trained, we are ready to go forth and make change happen. These are the challenges that these brave people graduating here today are ready to face head on. Our time in the classroom is over, and our time to be out there in the real world to do this work is now. 2 weeks ago, several of us graduating here today went hiking near San Diego. About halfway up the mountain, it was clear that some of us were winded and tired. I suggested to my friend Nikita that maybe we should take a break and rest. Nikita replied, "No. If I stop, I'll get cold and I won't want to continue." And so we continued, and we all reached the top together. It was foggy up there, high up in the clouds, but it was so beautiful. And as the old saying says, the best view comes after the hardest climb. To all the graduates, my challenge to you is to never stop doing for others. Use your powers for good, keep climbing, keep overcoming those obstacles. The greatest rewards come from the hardest challenges. You will be tried, you will be tested, and you may get knocked down. But like my friend Nikita said, you must never stop. You must never get cold or complacent, and we must always trudge on. Congratulations on a job well done. Thank you and best of luck.
And now I would like to invite Chair Laura Abrams to the podium for the presentation of the Social Welfare Student Award and the introduction of the department's student speaker.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, everyone. This year's recipient of the Outstanding Student of the Year Award is presented to Michelet Diane Shantae Jones. Will Michelet please come forward? Congratulations, Michelet. Okay, I would like to now introduce our speaker for social welfare, Gabriela Peraza Angulo, who will give our address.
Hello, everyone. First, I want to welcome UCLA alumni, Meyer and Rini Luskin, and thank them for all their generous donations and continued support of our mission of our school. Thank you to Dean Segura, Chair Abrams, esteemed faculty, and the President of UnidosUS, Janet Murguía, for participating in our ceremony. I would like to thank my peers for giving me the opportunity to speak on behalf of our class. It is an honor to stand before all of you today. Before I go too far, I would like to say hello to my parents, my family, my boyfriend, who has supported me through the ups and downs of this journey. And if it was not for you, I would have not made it this far in my career. Mami, papi, muchas gracias, los amo. Este es nuestro logro. Y gracias a mi familia en Venezuela, que cada día me inspira con su valentía y esperanza a seguir adelante. Este título es por y para ustedes. Shout out to my downline ex-friends for keeping me as sane as possible this year, and every mentor that I have gained throughout my career. To the UCLA Department of Social Welfare and its staff, thank you for providing us with amazing opportunities like completing important research in Colombia, developing curriculum for survivors of domestic violence in Mexico, traveling to Texas to do amazing and inspiring work at the detention facilities, traveling to Sacramento to do advocacy, or just allowing us to take as many classes as possible to expand our knowledge, grow as professionals, and have real impact in our communities. Thank you to the UCLA faculty for being open to listening and guiding us, for opening your door for a conversation and providing us with a proper dose of sugar. Thank you for pushing us and challenging us every step of the way. But I know we didn't always see eye to eye, faculty. But I hope all the chair experience and discussions were as big lessons for you as they were for us. These past 2 years, you faced an amazing cohort who challenged you, pushed back, and gave you a lesson or two about microaggressions and institutional racism in this predominantly white institution. This experience has only reminded us how strong we are and that we're ready to continue the fight to overcome racism, bigotry, and prejudice with our communities. Class of 2019. Today, we celebrate the official ending of our formal social work education. But let's be honest, we have a long way to go. We chose this work because we either were born with a passion for advocacy and social justice, or because our own life experiences guided us to this point. Regardless the path that got us here, we have made it. And today, we stand together as a united cohort that experienced and survive the transition of a new curriculum and learn that advocacy is as important for ourselves as it is for our clients. And that is what I call resiliency. I am an undocumented student, member of a minority group, and I have spent most of my life hiding and letting others shine. After 2 years of hard work, today I stand strong and unafraid, just like many of you do, after overcoming all the difficulties, barriers, and setbacks that come with being excluded. But being here is evidence of our resiliency. And as we walk across the stage today, remember that we have earned it. But our hard work doesn't end here. In fact, this is just the beginning. We rose above a system that was not made for people that look or sound like me. And now we'll be facing bigger systems that will try to keep us down. So today, I ask you to start making the connection between our resiliency to our why. Why this work? The why will help to carry us through the hard and difficult times. And as long as we remember why we started, we will never lose what will make us genuine. And everything that we do from now on will be even more impactful. So class, the world really needs us right now, maybe more than ever. Injustice, greed, inequity, racism, forces of discrimination, of violence, of exclusion, forces of sexism. And did I mention racism? All of these forces are gaining in strength. And as a result, we have policies that do not promote the well-being of all. But they're not counting on us. Here we are. And we're ready to build those bridges instead of the wall. We're ready to connect instead of divide. So that's all I can ask from you, class. Keep standing strong, continue to counsel, guide, advocate, listen, motivate, support. Continue to meet the needs of our children and to look for the strength within everyone. Continue to create safe spaces for all, so no race, gender, sexual orientation, nationality, religion, age, or any other group of people is a greater advantage than another. But most importantly of all, be the voice for those whose voice have been silenced. So class, don't ever give up. Keep your work rooted in your purpose, in your values and your beliefs. Don't forget the reason why you started. Act, think, and communicate from the inside out. And when we leave UCLA today and go into the world, let's continue to do it all. Because if anybody can do it, we can. We have everything that we need inside of us and amongst ourselves. We just need to pull it out and be that change. In the words of one of my favorite writers, Miss J.K. Rowling, we do not need magic to transform our world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. So let's make each other proud, class. Congratulations to the Social Welfare Class of 2018. We did it, guys.
And now I would like to ask Chair Vinit Mukhija to come forward for the presentation of the Urban Planning Student Award and this department's student speaker.
Thank you. Good morning. This year's recipient of the Urban Planning Student Award is Jacob Lawrence Wasserman. Oh, sorry. Now I would like to invite and introduce Caroline Calderon to give the student address for urban planning.
Good morning. My name is Caroline Dungao Calderon, and just a disclaimer, the speech that I'm about to share with you today is not about me. It is about the 70-plus urban planning graduates you see before you today. And I cannot take credit for the words I'm about to share because they actually come from a series of oral histories I did with about 15-ish people in our cohort. And so I wish I had more time to interview all of you, to ask you these 3 questions. 1, why did you choose urban planning? 2, who is this degree for? 3, after going through this program, knowing what you know now, what is your commitment? So these are some of the responses that I'm honored to share with you today. Number 1, why did you choose urban planning? Some of us didn't know what urban planning was, but we had a mentor who pointed us in this direction. Some of us accidentally fell into the field because we needed a change for our personal growth, because we were witness to how planning shapes the ways people live, move, and interact. Some of us and the communities we are part of have had traumatizing experiences with planning. This field has a history of racism, of exclusion. We recognize the role that planning has had in incarcerating and killing Black and brown bodies. This field has a history of colonialism. We recognize that the land that we live and work on is stolen land. Planning has immense power in changing lives, and some of us are here to challenge that power. 2, who is this degree for? Some of us are mothers and fathers. We daughters, sons, we sisters, brothers. Some of us you can't put in a box. Some of us are artists, poets, dancers, architects, organizers, survivors. It's important not to separate who we are with who we want to be. This degree is for our families, our chosen families who have sacrificed, who have crossed oceans and borders. This degree is for our loved ones here today, to the ones we had to let go to be here, to the ones we lost along the way, our ancestors. This degree is a dedication to the community members who cannot be with us in this auditorium today. Some of us will go home and bring back what we've learned to our communities because the places we grew up or the places we've grown to call home are losing amazing people and culture, are losing affordable housing, are difficult to travel around, are polluted by development that has severe environmental consequences, are lacking public space that is accessible to all. The list goes on, right? Some of us will stay in Los Angeles to ensure that people who have been invisible, people who are forgotten in planning, have a stake in the decisions we make in shaping the city. 3, knowing what you know now, what is your commitment? We have seen the possibilities of radical community action. Our commitment involves sharing the knowledge we have and being humble about that knowledge, and recognizing the power and privilege that we have been given. This is our commitment. To be accountable to our own convictions and values, to be accountable to poor people, to Black and brown communities, not in words, but in action. Not only will we break down walls and barriers, we will disarm violent power structures rooted and maintained by white supremacy. We are committed to reimagining a world beyond the settler colonial state, a world beyond capitalist gains, a world focused on our relationship with land and with people. But what does this all mean, right? So MERPs, it's that time. We kind of practice it at grad night, so I'm gonna need your participation. Are y'all ready? So can I get a mic check? Mic check. Can I get a mic check? This degree represents a commitment. Brought to you by the class of 2019. As we embark on careers as planners, as researchers, as organizers, as service providers, as professionals, we will commit the same love we give ourselves, our friends and our families, to the communities we will serve and impact. We understand that unlearning is a process. Changing the norm is a process. So we are open to criticism. We will hold each other accountable, but also recognize our positionality and responsibility. To decenter whiteness, to educate ourselves on the things we do not fully understand. We will listen to counter-narratives. We will center lived experiences so that we may engage in critical placemaking. Not for, but with the people. Because like people power, if one falls, we all fall. But when one rises, we all rise. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, all 3 student speakers, for very inspirational talks. Thank you. And now I would like to ask Dean Segura to introduce our keynote speaker, Ms. Janet Murguía.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why I speak before the students. I'm really sorry, Janet. It is now my great honor to welcome to the University of California, Los Angeles, our keynote speaker today, Janet Murguía. Ms. Murguía is President and Chief Executive Officer of UnidosUS, the largest national Latino civil rights organization and advocacy group in the United States. The largest civil rights organization of the largest minority, no pressure there. Under her leadership, UnidosUS has solidified and expanded its record of vital impact to American institutions. Janet grew up in Kansas City, is one of 7 children of immigrant parents. At the University of Kansas, she earned her bachelor's degree in journalism and Spanish and a law degree. She began her professional career in Washington, D.C. as a legislative counsel to former Kansas Congressman Jim Slattery. In 1994, she began working at the White House, ultimately serving for 6 years as Deputy Assistant to President Clinton, for whom she provided strategic and legislative advice on key issues. She was Deputy Director of Legislative Affairs, acting as the senior White House liaison to Congress. Later, she was Deputy Campaign Manager for the Gore-Lieberman presidential campaign in 2000, and then Executive Vice Chancellor for University Relations for a few years back at the University of Kansas. In 2005, she returned to the national stage as President and Chief Executive Officer of what was then known as the National Council of La Raza and is today UnidosUS. Under her leadership, the organization has built a network of community-based affiliates that annually serve millions of people. She has placed special emphasis on turning Latino growth into empowerment by promoting voter registration and participation. Under her leadership, Unidos has helped more than 1.5 million eligible immigrants apply for citizenship. Ms. Murguía has received numerous awards for her role as a voice for social change. As a leading national voice for Latinos and other minority populations, she has advanced fair, more inclusive policies on education, healthcare, immigration, civil rights, the economy, and much, much more. She is not afraid to speak out in opposition when powerful U.S. politicians of both parties stoke fear through xenophobia and racism or deny policies that would specifically help the least among us. She is an advocate who has sought to enable all people to follow her example and achieve the American dream. Janet, the UCLA Luskin School of Public Affairs prides itself on educating future leaders who will make a difference. We welcome you here today as someone who shares our ideals. In you, our graduates will find the inspiration as they continue their personal quest to effect positive change. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Janet Murguía.
Wow. Buenos dias, good morning. Thank you, Dean Segura, for that very kind introduction. And before I begin, I'd like to thank Dean Segura. You know, many of you know and love him. I want to make sure you all understand that he is a vital leader and voice for our community. He has been a tireless advocate and a longtime friend of UnidosUS. Using the rigor of his academic experience, he has pushed for higher standards in the research and polling of Latinos and people of color and helped build a better understanding of our people and the issues confronting us. He is known for his great sense of purpose, his profound belief in an America that reflects all its people, and perhaps some of you have seen this, his great sense of humor. So we appreciate you, and I thank you for giving me this opportunity. To our graduates, I'm deeply honored to speak at your commencement. In my family, education is sacred ground. We see it not only as a significant goal and a pathway to success, but as a value that leads to greater understanding of the people and the world around us. So to you graduates today, congratulations. You worked hard and made sacrifices to get here, and you deserve a day or two to celebrate. But you should also recognize that you likely didn't get here alone. As we've heard from the previous speakers, I think it is important to recognize that perhaps you had the help from a parent, a teacher, a friend, or a mentor. They helped you make your way to this moment in this place on this day. So let's honor them, truly honor them with a round of applause. I loved hearing those student speeches. Robert, Gabriela, Caroline. Those were really inspiring speeches, and they made a compelling case. And I have to admit to feeling very much at home among such public affairs nerds. Now, I use that term, nerd, with great affection because I'm a proud public affairs nerd. So we're in good company here. And while some people may see that as a slight or an insult, I believe being a public affairs nerd is, in fact, a superpower. One that, if used for good, can transform the lives of millions of people. Let me give you just one example from my own experience. For 20 years, the federal government has mandated that folic acid be added to all wheat products to prevent neural tube conditions like spina bifida in newborns. But for many Mexican American families, it is corn tortillas, not bread, that is a staple of our meals. And if you know many Latinas, you know we love our tortillas. As a consequence, millions of Latinas were not getting enough folic acid in their diets. Stick with me, nerds. To remedy this, our organization, UnidosUS, along with the March of Dimes, the Spina Bifida Association of America, and the American Academy of Pediatrics, petitioned the Food and Drug Administration to mandate the enrichment of corn masa, flour, and tortillas with folic acid. The result? Wait for it. 450,000 Latinas in their childbearing years now get their recommended daily dose of folic acid, and neural birth defects have fallen by 27% nationwide. Imagine the impact on those women, their children, and their families. Hundreds of thousands of children and their families are being spared a lifetime of pain and struggle with a debilitating disease. Don't tell me public affairs is not a superpower. Your degree and everything it represents can be a force for good. So the next time someone asks you about the value of your degree, you can look them in the eye and you can say, we change people's lives. I should mention that such achievements take time, persistence, and resiliency. It took us 10 years, one administration after another, a coalition, resources, and an enduring commitment of our coalition to bring that change about, to change that one regulation. 10 years. This work, your work, is not for the faint of heart, but it is worth every ounce of effort you put into it. Now, perhaps it was not a radioactive spider, but the bug that bit you to pursue a degree in public affairs, whether it be in public policy, social welfare, or urban planning, gives you remarkable abilities to make the world around you a better place. That's why I'm honored to be with you here today. our country has a great need for superheroes, and you are its next generation. But I'm not going to lie. The challenges we face as a nation are significant. Our politics are toxic. The racial and ethnic divides between us are deepening. The wealth gap is increasing, and the institutions we rely on to govern and inform us are becoming unreliable. Perhaps most frightening, the progress we have made in civil rights over the past 50 years is at risk. We desperately need people with your talents to help us defend and build that more perfect union. Whatever your chosen field, wherever you choose to live and work, it is my hope that you commit to leaving our society in a better place than you found it. And that requires more than the degree you earn today. The choices you make and the values you embrace will also define our country moving forward. Like some of you, I am a first-generation college graduate. And I am here today because of the choices my parents made. Although my father was born in Oklahoma, his family was forced out of the country and went back to Mexico in the 1930s. So he grew up in Mexico as a young boy with his parents and family. During World War II, he returned to the United States initially to report for military service and ended up settling in Kansas City, Kansas, with my mom and oldest sister. Both of my parents could be described as humble and simple people with little education. My father had a 7th grade education and my mom a 5th grade education. My dad worked for 37 years as a steel worker. With 7 kids, my mom did not work outside the home. We lived in a very small house with only 1 bathroom. My siblings and I basically slept dormitory style in 1 large bedroom. And did I mention 1 bathroom, 9 people? We didn't have a phone until I was in the 8th grade. At school, we would give the phone number of our next door neighbor, our madrina and our padrino, and they would call, or the doctor's office. All of that happened through the help of our neighbors. My mom would wash clothes in one of those ringer washers, no clothes dryer. And in Kansas City, in the 50s, when my parents went to the movie theater, they had to sit in a separate section. My father and other persons of color were directed to use a separate bathroom at the steel plant where he worked. My mom would pitch in by babysitting, but we never had much money. But they taught and instilled in us strong values and the importance of personal responsibility, a strong sense of family, a sense of faith, community, hard work, and sacrifice. My parents' superpower was that they taught us to value ourselves, to be optimistic, and to believe in the American dream. My dad would often say, you know, you're not better than anyone else, but you're not less than anyone else either. They often faced hard times, but I never once heard them complain. Around the dinner table, my dad would often say, El sol sale para todos. The sun shines for everyone. There is opportunity if you're determined to find it. And in the early 80s, 5 of their kids were in college, all at the same time, thanks to the generosity of scholarships, work study, financial aid opportunities. After all was said and done, 6 of their 7 kids earned post-secondary education degrees. Martha, the oldest of my siblings, has special needs. But even she still managed to take 3 buses to work every day for 30 years. 4 of us became lawyers. My brother Ramon was the first in our family and in the community to attend Harvard Law School. We try not to hold that against him. Today, Ramon is a lawyer in private practice in Kansas City and a civic leader. He helped found, over 20 years ago, the Greater Kansas City Hispanic Scholarship Fund, one of the first funds to grant scholarships to dreamers, and serves today on the board of trustees for the Kellogg Foundation. He's one of the first Hispanics to chair a major foundation in the United States. My brother Carlos was the first Latino to be named a state court judge in Kansas, and in 1999, he was confirmed by the U.S. Senate to be the first Latino to serve as a federal judge in the District of Kansas. Wait, there's more. And my twin sister, Mary, was the first Latina to serve as a federal judge in the District of Arizona. She now serves on the U.S. Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. She and Carlos are the first brother and sister in the history of the United States to serve as federal judges. My twin sister, Mary, or Judge Murguía, she prefers I call her, is here today. She's here, I don't know, Mary, are you here somewhere? I can't see her. But anyhow, Mary's here, and she's joined by my nephew. Where's Mary? Judge Murguía. She's also here with my nephew because the tradition of education continues. My nephew Ryan and his wife, Claudia. Ryan went to Yale undergrad and Northwestern Law School. Claudia is a graduate of the University of Texas. As for me, it's an honor to be at the helm of the largest Latino civil rights and advocacy organization at this time, to lift up a mission that lifts up our community and defends our community. But by far my proudest moment came when my parents paid me a visit when I worked in the West Wing of the White House. I'll never forget walking them down the hallway to the Oval Office so they could meet President Clinton. My mom, just outside the door, about to enter, had tears coming down her face, and I could hear her ask, ¿Cómo llegamos hasta aquí? How did we get here? My father, he made a beeline right for the president. He stretched out his hand, and he said, Mr. President, thank you for giving my daughter this opportunity. President Clinton put his hand on my dad's shoulder, and he said, you know what, Mr. Murguía? I hired Janet, and she walked you into this office, but you're the ones who got her here. Two humble, simple people from Tangancícuaro, Michoacán, in Mexico, with little means, worked very hard, sacrificed much, and dedicated themselves to the education of their family and to the service and care of their community. I am a witness to, and in many ways, evidence of their belief in the American dream. Their sacrifice, their hard work paved the way for my siblings and I to have dreams of our own. And everyone should have a big dream for themselves. And they helped us then to make contributions of our own. They use their superpowers to leave the world a better place than they found it. Each of you now has the skills to do just that. Each of you gets to choose how you will use the degrees you have earned. Maybe it will be by creating sustainable cities that can thrive with the diversity of people and economic backgrounds, or helping people who have fallen on troubled times to return to productive lives. Perhaps it will be through policy and legislation that addresses the issues of our time, like climate change, access to the voting booth, or finally fixing our broken immigration system. However you choose to contribute, know this: it takes hard work, it takes values, it takes commitment, and it takes showing up, participating in your neighborhoods and communities, engaging as public advocates in your cities and in our great country. We need more than your skills. We need your ideas, your voice, your vote, your service, and your passion. However your generation defines the American dream, I know that, like my parents, you will leave the world a better place than you found it. You know how I know? As I look out at you today, graduation day, I see our future, and it looks amazing. I can't wait to see where your superpowers will take us. Thank you and congratulations on this incredible honor. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you, Ms. Murguía, for this most inspirational speak. You make us all believe and have faith in our superpowers, so thank you. So now we would like to acknowledge our doctoral students who have graduated. Actually, last night, the university conferred the doctoral degrees in a hooding ceremony, but we will also recognize them here as part of our own school's ceremony. So I would like to ask Laura Abrams, the Chair of Social Welfare, to present this department's doctoral candidates.
It is my sincere pleasure to call to the stage the PhD faculty advisors and their doctoral candidates. And their children as well. We'll start with Professor Todd Franke and 4 of his graduates.
Welcome. I'm a lucky guy. Sky. Come right on. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Sky Almain. The title of her dissertation was Emerging Adults in Uncertain Employment, an examination of the dimensions and consequences of precarious work in the United States. Beginning this fall, Sky will be starting a postdoc at Rutgers School of Social Work this September, where she'll be conducting research on low-wage workers and their families. Please congratulate Dr. Almain. Joanna. Please welcome Dr. Joanna Barreras. The title of her dissertation, was social cultural determinants of mental health service utilization among Latinos in the United States. Joanna plans to continue working in the Latinx community. She will continue her role as the Associate Director of Research and Evaluation at a community-based social service organization based in Greater Los Angeles. Her work will continue to focus on identifying and addressing emerging health issues for the Latinx community. Please congratulate Dr. Barreras. Please welcome Dr. Ashley Herrera. The title of her dissertation was The Imperative for Integrated Treatment for Co-Occurring Disorders and Trauma Exposure. She will continue her role as the clinical director for Melrose Recovery, which provides substance use disorder treatment in Los Angeles and Orange County. Ashley is also continuing her research on substance use disorders and is a member of a team studying health behaviors among opioid users in 3 cities across the United States. Please congratulate Dr. Herrera. Please welcome Dr. Dante Boyd. His dissertation was entitled Social Context, Doing HIV Prevention with Black Families. Beginning this fall, Dante will be moving to Houston, Texas, and will be starting as an assistant professor at the University of Houston Graduate School of Social Work. Please congratulate Dr. Boyd.
Thank you, sir. You did good. You did good.
Well, this is Megan Ebor. Congratulations, Megan. Dr. Ebor is the first in her doctoral cohort to graduate. She should be congratulated for that. She developed and the title of her dissertation, I'm forgetting that, Examining the Effects of a Brief HIV Prevention Intervention for Older African American Women in a Church Setting. Now, she developed and tested an educational group curriculum informed by ecological, social cognitive, and sexual health theoretical perspectives. In doing so, she sampled a hard-to-reach sample or population and carried out a randomized controlled trial, one of the most powerful tools in modern clinical research. She plans to apply for tenure-track academic positions in the Los Angeles area because she has a husband and 3 children, and they don't want to move. Congratulations, Megan. Dr. Ebor.
Iwana. It is my pleasure to recognize Iwana Dana Schmidt. The title of her dissertation is Understanding Relational Experiences of Low-Income Cohabitating Parents, a Qualitative Investigation. Iwana set out to understand how unmarried, low-income parents stay together despite many odds: poverty, childcare, unemployment, lack of social support. And like her research topic, she herself survived many life challenges in her quest to the PhD, and I'm very proud to stand with her today. Dr. Schmidt will continue as an associate professor of sociology and social work at Ventura College. Congratulations, Dr. Schmidt. And last but not least, Sarah Pilgreen Tirana with new baby Weston, a dissertation baby. Dr. Tirana's dissertation is a qualitative case study of Black women, nonprofit founders, social justice, and social change in the community. Sarah's dissertation explored the unique social identities of African American women who founded nonprofits, all in an urban area of concentrated poverty. And she's helping us to understand how these women found, thrive, and survive nonprofit organizations. And I would be remiss to not acknowledge the great contributions of the late Professor Zeke Hassenfeld, who passed away earlier this year and was Sarah's original chair. We miss you, Zeke, and I know Zeke would be very proud of you today. Dr. Pilgreen will be starting a position as a tenure-track assistant professor at Adelphi University School of Social Work. Congratulations, Dr. Pilgreen.
Now, we are going to present the candidates for the Master of Public Policy. And I would like to ask Professors J.R. DeShazo and Darin Christensen to present the candidates.
Will the candidates for the Masters of Public Policy please rise? Dean Segura, I present to you the 2019 candidates for the Master of Public Policy. On behalf of the faculty of the Department of Public Policy, I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the rigorous requirements of the MPP degree.
By the power vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I bestow upon you the degree of Master of Public Policy and all the rights and privileges thereof.
Jennifer Reese. Robert Gamboa. Sean Tan. Renee Leahy. Eric Schroer. Erica Webster. Gabriela Solis Torres. Joshua Summers. Sarah Marla Rubenstein. Jessica Southwell. Michelle Ellis Viorato. Nicole Madera. Irma Lividich. Brian Harris. Jayu Hu. Lin Jia. Ashley Charisse Williams. Hannah Christensen. Lily Rhodes. Libby Bradley. Naseem Golestani. Nikki Lewis. Robin Brown. Marissa Ayala. Alexandra Biao. Lindsay Rose Liegler. Yuta Higuchi. Go ahead. Kazutaka Izumi. Marcus Raimundo Silva. Asami Chikae. Seljan Zorlu. Nikitha Gopal. Tsuyoshi Yamakawa. Caio Velasco. Onket Holmes. Susan Beck. Lindsay Graff. Ayuko Oda. Miyuki Sakamoto. Ryan Weinberg. Fiona Kirby. Oceanae Rokisha Van Treese Gilliam. Andy Courier. Samuel Stalls. Katsura Jinda. Kento Tanaka. Tetsuro Hirose. Shota Kenmochi. Jonathan Rogers Jr. Christopher Eclarino. Trevor Marsden. Takahiko Sato. Kentaro Nagai. Jackie Dalmeda.
We will now present the candidates for the Master of Social Welfare. Professors Laura Abrams, Carlos Santos, and Jenny Moyo will present the candidates.
Will the candidates for the Master of Social Welfare please stand? Dean Gary Segura, I present to you proudly the candidates for the Master of Social Welfare. On behalf of the faculty of the Department of Social Welfare, I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the rigorous requirements of the MSW degree.
By the power vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I bestow upon you the degree Master of Social Welfare and all the rights and privileges thereof. Congratulations.
Elena Roy. Amy Chow. Michelle Dolinsky. Tara Mazzell. Jessica Venizio Pereira. Victoria Copeland. Samantha Cavillo. Valeria Paulina Hironas. Rosanna Sen. Desiree Lopez. Alejandra Marquez. Catherine Lizette Aro. Yesenia Garcia. Emily Padilla. Lori Millan. Amy Linda Aguiar. Shannon May Andre. Saralee Nikachia. Tina Nguyen. Alejandra Cardenas Chavez. Frida Hil Tong Lei. Stephanie Lim. Catherine Campbell. Alexandra Hannah. Sarah Brown. Brian Robinson Stefan. Sona Teryagishian. Brandis Delane McCreary Valentino. Shantae Johnson. Michelle Jinhee Lee. Nayung So. Barbara O. Rebecca Chang. Na Kao. Jade Woman. Jasmine Mosifer.
Shiva Banafti. Lindsay Ventura. Yesenia Martel. Tiffany Marie Vayiquet. Elizabeth Sierra Nails. Crystal Lay. Thank you. Letty Martinez. Michael Hernandez. Wanda Denise Vasquez. Angela Stephanie Garcia Barbosa. Gabriela Peraza Angulo. Yvette Sandoval. Hey. Guillermo González López. Danielle Myers. Rebecca Ray Sheldon. Thank you. Megan Holbrook. Connor Whitney Garcia. Lisbeth Rivas. Benyupa Bakewell. Carmela Salazar Kapingping. Tiffany Wong Shu Tran. Jacqueline Ceballos. Kira Amber Wettit. Lizeth Ambreeze. Jessica Mack. Mohammed Afzar. Alexandria Nicole Price. Julieta Dascal. Rachel Belcer. Jacqueline Russo Pershing. Michelle Dion Shante Jones. Natalie Alushane. Brenda Alatorre Gonzalez. Jennifer Grijalva. Maureen Ezechukwu. Maisha Howard. Adriana Johnson. Annalise Lorraine Dion Kingdom. Madison Delaney Long Hayes. Kate Rohr Watson. Excuse me. Jacqueline Marie Holman Hahn. Olivia Jane Parker. Krista Frank. Mariana Hernandez. Samantha Alejandra Piedra. Andrés García. Emilio Santa Cruz. Richard Roberts. Claudia Bautista Perales. Javier Rodríguez. Hey. Alejandro Toruno. Jacqueline Asensi. Catherine Wan. Fatima Gonzalez. Chloe Kinman. Hillary Monia Stein. Kayla Higginbotham. Jana Price. Rachel Kang. Rachel Joanna Todd. Danny Jade Cohen. Nikki Lewis. Gabriela Solis Torres. Lindsay Graff.
Okay. And last, but certainly not least, we are now going to present the candidates for the Master of Urban and Regional Planning. Professors Vinit Mukhija and Kian Go will present the candidates.
I have all the candidates of Master of Urban and Regional Planning standing. Dean Gary Segura, I present to you the 2019 candidates for the Master of Urban and Regional Planning. On behalf of the faculty of the Department of Urban Planning, I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the rigorous requirements of the MERP degree.
By the power vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I bestow upon you the degree Master of Urban and Regional Planning and all the rights and privileges thereof. Congratulations.
Jesse Flores. Joseph Shields. Angus McNeil Peel. Thompson Drajansky. Fabian Campos. Christian Mendez. Alexander Salgado. Zacharias Gardea. Ernesto Gonzalez. Renee Velmar. Clara Bois. Justin McBride. Kanako Masuda. Kenny Wong. Jesus Eduardo Peraza. Marina Wasef. Ashley Lizette Mashian. Mariana Zimmerman. Bianca Waros. Brienne Logauso. Peter Rockmore. Kira Moser Daskalakis. Rebecca Ferdman. Dora Raquel Fritz Armenta. Roxanne Maduro. Jennifer Doyle. Kadada Malloy. Michael Peterson. Jeffrey Ross. Michelle Einstein. Mia Lorena Log. Malia Schilling. Arye Cohen. Tara Graziani. Karina Schneider. Dustin Koo. Rosie Dowd. Nicole Heil. Ilana Kessler. Monique Ho. Stephanie Kellogg. Tomoko Kanda. Esteban Doyle. Ana Kobara. Tony Fonseca. CJ Horvath. Thomas Ryan Yowell. Caitlin Stangle. Jacob Wasserman. Adam Russell. Anna Fiegel. Alvin Christian Eustaquio Noval. Jonathan Hager. Lance Trino Sierra. David Woon. Brittany Hickman Kane. Sean Watson. Jessa May Orla. Caitlin Quackenbush. Forrest Barnes. Meg Healy. Marlene Salazar. Karen Diaz. Jessica Prieto. Niana Moore. Taylor Renee Holland. Priyanka Agarwal. Raisa Martha Flores Ma. Jesus Chuy Flores. Caroline Dungao Calderon. Mario Enrique Sandoval, Jr. Lionel Tapia.
Congratulations to the class of 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, this now concludes the commencement ceremonies in the academic year 2018-2019. Our congratulations to the class of 2019. I'd like to give a special shout out and thanks to the university organist, Mr. John West. I also want to extend my gratitude to the faculty and especially to the staff of the Luskin School of Public Affairs who helped make today's celebration possible. Again, a big thank you to Ms. Janet Murguía, the president of UnidosUS, for joining us today. And once again, we salute the new alumni of the UCLA Luskin School of Public Affairs. A contribution card is taped to the bottom of your seat. I'm totally kidding about that. That said, I do hope to hear from each of you as you launch your new careers. Now, as we prepare to leave, I ask that the families and friends of our graduates remain seated until the class of 2019 recesses from Royce Hall, and please enjoy our reception outside on Dickson Plaza, where you'll be able to rejoin our new alums. Congratulations to the UCLA Luskin class of 2019.